Hey, what's up, everyone? How are you? So it seems like there's a little bit of a glare. Hold on, let me see if I can switch it around a little bit. Yeah, okay. Here we go. Okay, so I wanted to come and do a little bit more behind the scenes because it seems like this is something that you guys are liking when I do behind the scenes of what I do to get what I do done. Hey, Jessica, how are you? Hey, Latoya. Hey, Custom Printing. You need to let me know what your name is so I don't call you Custom Printing all the time. So, one of the things that I've been trying to do since I started my business is Eloise. Did I pronounce that correctly? Thanks for sharing, Jessica. So, one of the things that I have been trying to do since I started my business is build an inner circle. You can only get so far on your own. And so, I'm getting ahead of myself. So, first of all, to share some hearts, just tap the screen. The second thing is if you are on Android, swipe up to share and across to share. You can share it on Twitter or you can share it with your followers. So I'm going to be sharing with you my goals for September. What are some of the goals that I want to accomplish, and how I go about goal setting, and how you can do the same thing so you can start crushing it like crazy, right? So as you guys know, I am an online coach and I help female entrepreneurs kill it online, and I'm really passionate about doing that because I feel like a lot of the time our male counterparts, they really support each other, they really take it to that next level, and we don't do the same thing. So I'm really passionate about helping female entrepreneurs. And that doesn't mean that I don't like men on my scopes and stuff, but I focus most of my time targeting women. So today I want to share with you my goal setting, how I go about setting goals, that allow me to take my business to the next level, and how you can do the same thing. So I've never really shared, how I do my monthly goals, my quarterly goals, my yearly goals. And so I'm setting my goals for September today. And I know it's like August 28th, but why wait until September 1st? Because that's the beginning of the month. I like to do it a little bit before the beginning of the month, not too far ahead, because you want to know what you've accomplished in August so you can set yourself up for the next month. So again, we're trying to get to 100,000 hearts, so don't be stingy with the hearts. Show me some love. Yes, Jessica, I was too. At first I would remember at like September 10th or 5th or 15th and be like, oh my goodness, I didn't set any goals for this month. And then I'm wondering, why am I not accomplishing anything, right? It's because I really didn't set something to accomplish. So the first thing that I do is I take a look at what I accomplished the month before, because if the month before you accomplished nothing, it's kind of hard to go from nothing to being like a millionaire or totally like 10 times nothing. Like, you can't 10 times nothing. You want to take steps that make sense. But at the same time, one of the things that I've realized is common with some of my clients is that their goals are super small. They don't have like these huge goals that stretches them, that pushes them to the next level. One of the things I also notice that's common with women is that it seems like we're scared, or that we don't want to go out there and really kill it. For some reason, we're so nurturing, we're so kind, we're so giving, instead of realizing that some of the best ways to give is to actually accomplish for ourselves and then give back. So I want to urge you to really go out there and crush it big. So I'm going to show you the behind the scenes of what I do. If you have any questions, interrupt. I don't mind interrupting at all. Just chat with me. If you're on the computer and you can't, just go on over to Twitter and tweet at me, and I will holla at you on Twitter. Sounds good? Sounds good. So here's what I do. I take a look back at the month that I've had, and if you've been following me, you know that I finally crashed through my income ceiling. Completely unrelated, but you have the loveliest voice. Thank you so much, Jessica. I actually love your accent. Jessica, and I'm gonna totally mess this up, but I know you're from Europe. I always say somebody's British and then they're not, so I'm just gonna say you're from Europe, and she has an awesome accent too. Thank you so much. So, and her blog, you guys need to check it out. Love her blog. One of the things I do is I look back at what I've accomplished a month before, and what I want to accomplish this month. And so I realized that the last month, yeah, I crashed through my income ceiling, because that was really what I was focusing on, is really just pushing myself to get from my previous goal, which was just over 10K per month, and building a 5-figure business. Like, that was my goal, because I really wanted to prove that it's possible and it doesn't have to take a long time for you to get to whatever goal you have. Like, you don't have to want a multi-5-figure or 6-figure or 7-figure business, but I wanted to prove that you can accomplish it as well. Like, you don't have to take years and years. It's just all about setting the goal, having the structure, having a vision, having the systems and all that cool stuff in place to accomplish that. And that was what I wanted to do, because I mean, if you can't do it for yourself, then how are you going to tell other people to do it? And I've done it before, but I wanted to do it again because I wanted to prove a point. And it sounds weird, but I feel like having that proof, that proven track record, it gives you added confidence as well, right? And that has really allowed me. So my coach was like, you know what, do it, prove it, and that will allow you to go up there with an even bigger fire. And so I was able to crush that goal, but I really just set that one goal for the month. And then for weekly goals, I had, like, you know, building my list, doing webinars, creating products, connecting with people. So for September, I want to change it up a little bit. It won't be so much focusing on making money, but one of my big goals for September is to create an inner circle, because I've been doing this by myself for as long as I can remember. I've been online for 4 years, and I don't really have an inner circle of people, of women that I can connect with, that I can say, okay, these women are heading in the same direction that I'm heading with. You know, if I have an issue, yes, I've been doing this for 4 years. I'm not the coaching, but like the digital marketing. So when I say I'm a digital marketing expert, I'm not just saying that because it sounds good. I mean, for real, I really am. So, I started when my daughter was like 6 months. That's how I keep track. She was around 6 months. So one of the things, let's turn on this light and see if this helps. Okay. Awesome. Good. So I don't think it helped much. Whatever. So yeah, so one of the things that I've actually been working on is going and seeing, you have people saying 6 months. Oh no. So I've been coaching for months, but I've been doing digital marketing. I've been in business for 4 years. Maybe I should put that out there. I don't know. Okay, so one of the things that I told myself I'm going to focus on is building, okay, thanks. Okay, great. Is building my inner circle of women, like women who are pretty much on the same level that I am on, that can add that support. I can support them. Maybe they aren't digital marketers or coaches, but they're in business. Because one of the things that I've realized, like, I've had business BFFs through the years. I still have a few business BFFs, like 3 of them, 3 women that I collab with, or, well, not really collab, but talk to, get feedback from. But I really want to build that bigger inner circle, because if you're an online entrepreneur, maybe you can relate, it gets pretty darn lonely, because most people don't get what we do. They don't understand the way that we think. That would be awesome. Yeah, we should definitely connect, Jessica, for sure. I don't even know how we would do this. I'll tweet at you on Twitter, and then we can probably direct message or something. So one of the things that I've realized is that people go out there alone and struggle and cry and get depressed because we're behind the scenes, like sitting in front of a laptop every single day, clicking away, blogging, doing webinars, periscoping. And then when we hop off of all of this, our family, our friends, they don't get what we do. They don't understand that we have like big dreams and that these dreams are for real. I turned the heat on and I'm about to die in here, y'all. But anyway, so that's one of my goals for September, is to kind of expand my inner circle a little bit. And my coach is my motivation for doing this, because she has an inner circle of fabulous women who are absolutely killing it online. And she's a multi-6-figure business owner. I'm not there yet, but she started to do this when she wasn't really making money, and they weren't really making money, and then they started to add people who were at the same level, and it kind of pushes you. So I'm gonna push you to go out there and look for people who are on that level with you, who are going in the same direction. If you know that right now you're just getting started, look for 2 or 3 or 4 other women who are just getting started and have them there with you. So when you feel like giving up, they're like, don't give up. Like, I'm here with you. I got your back. Like, I know what you're going through. And just motivate each other, push each other to that next level. And so right now, she started out with, not making that much money with her community of people. And then she went ahead and grew her list, grew her community. She grew with these women. And all of these women right now have multi-six-figure businesses. That's the power of a mastermind. That's the power of an inner circle. And beyond that, they're no best friends. So that's the power of business BFFs and actual BFFs, because they become friends, they become family, and it's just so freaking awesome. So I would highly recommend you going out there and doing the same, reaching out to people and building that inner circle for yourself. So that's goal number 1. Goal number 2 is to get book solid in September, and it's a big goal. But the last time I made a big goal, my coach was like, oh my gosh, you're gonna go from not really working in your business the previous month to making five figures. That's crazy. I don't know. And I said, okay, I like to do crazy. So my next goal is to book myself solid in the month of September. So the last time I was booked solid was, I think, like 4 months ago. What's this, August, July? Yeah, about 4 months ago. And then I took a little break because, I've been doing my own thing. And I worked with the clients that I had at that point in time. And then I realized, hold up, like, let's take a step back and reevaluate. And I decided that I really want to do the one-on-one plus the mentorship, gotta recover. It wasn't so much of recovering, but I hired a crazy rock star coach she's so good, and like I said, it was about not up leveling myself and coming up with a package that I felt was going to just explode the lives of whoever I came into contact with, which will come to my next goal. And I really wanted to make sure that what I was doing was beyond amazing, right? And sometimes we try to be perfect when we don't have to. And my coach brought this to my attention. I was trying to, I wasn't realizing what I was totally capable of. So for example, and maybe you are doing this too, because as women, we do this all the time. Maybe we think we aren't awesome enough. Maybe we think we aren't good enough. Maybe we think we can do it so much better when we're pretty darn awesome already, right? So, and that's where having a coach comes in, because I would never have realized this on my own. So she pointed out to me, hey, your clients, they are charging more than you are charging. Your clients are getting clients within like hours of talking to you. Your clients are building big lists. Your clients, and she was pointing out all the stuff that I was overlooking, right? I was just thinking about me and what I had going on. I wasn't thinking about the things that I was helping other people to do. So maybe you need to take a step back and ask yourself, even if right now you have a blog or you are just doing free training or free webinars, what are people telling you? Are they telling you, oh my goodness, this information is so amazing? Are they telling you your free lead magnet got me this result? Are they telling you that you helped them accomplish something, even if it was for free? If you have clients, what have you helped your clients to do? Have you helped them take months off of getting something else done? Have you sold a specific product that changed their life? Like, step back, look at what people are saying about you, and not in a narcissistic way, but in a way that allows you to own what you are able to help people accomplish. Because sometimes we just don't own our own expertise. We don't own our worth, and it holds us back. And then we're striving for perfection when we're already exactly where we need to be. So that's one thing that I love my coach for doing. She pointed out how awesome I already was and told me, look, you are depriving people of getting fantastic results. And so last month I said, okay, I'm going to get 5 clients, like 5 long-term clients. I actually went over the goal that I had for that month. I got like 12 or something. And when I worked with them, I realized, and I mean this in a really humble way, just to show you guys that it's possible. When they started getting results, like right after the first call of being together, I realized, yeah, she's right. I really am pretty darn awesome, and I am stopping women from accomplishing stuff if I don't put myself out there, if I don't offer my services. And it's the same with you. You are depriving people of accomplishing something amazing just by not offering it. So you sitting here trying to make it perfect, trying to put the perfect color bow and tie it properly and have the perfect copy on your website and have the perfect graphics and all that other stuff is stopping someone else from accomplishing what you can help them accomplish. So stop it. There's perfection is keeping you broke, and it's stopping you preaching. I'm just saying, and it's stopping your ideal client from getting the results that they so deserve. So stop trying to be perfect. There's no such thing as perfection. And all those other people out there who you think are perfect, like, I thought a lot of people were perfect until I talked to them, and they're like, look, I put this out there without a sales page. I put this out there because I knew I had to do it. So that's what you need to do. Plus, it's better to launch and learn than do nothing. Yes, Jessica, oh my goodness. And the thing about it is, I have a product-based business, and that's me. Look, if you know your product is awesome, do it. And Jessica said it's better to launch and learn than do nothing. Yes. I had a webinar. I don't think I ever shared this. I had a webinar like when I first got started, and 3 people showed up. And at first I told myself, I'm not going to do this webinar. Like, 3 people? Seriously? 3 people? Really? But then I said, you know what? I'm going to pretend those 3 people are 300 people. And 2 out of those 3 people booked me. First of all, so that was like 4 figures in one webinar. And then the second thing, the replay was killer because I sat down and I pretended it was 300 people and I was preaching to a stadium, and the replay also made money. So go out there, kill it. If one person's listening and you know that that one person could potentially either pay you, I don't know, 4 figures for your services, 3 figures, it doesn't really matter. Or if that one person goes and they share it on social media because you just delivered the cake, right? And it was awesome, and they share on their social media, they can have 100,000 followers. Like, you really don't know. So you want to make sure that no matter who shows up to whatever it is you're doing, you just like kill it. It doesn't matter. Just kill it, right? So build your inner circle. That's number 1. I want to get book solid. The third thing I want to share with you is I want to start doing reaching more people in a bigger way. And it's not about, you know, numbers per se, but it's really just about showing up consistently, properly. And it's not that I haven't been showing up consistently and properly, but for example, the other day I did a scope, and it was a little bit about like my story and how I got started. A lot of people don't know my story. A lot of people don't know how I got started. A lot of people think that I just showed up on the scene and was fabulous, and that's not it. I didn't wake up flawless, okay? And when I shared my story, I didn't leave a replay because I don't like talking about my story. It's just me. But one of the things that my coach told me, again, power of a coach, is to be more vulnerable. Just go out there and let people know what it is that you went through to get where you are today. And I did it. And a lot of people are like, oh my goodness. Like, someone just said also that they didn't even know that I was on the scene for 4 years. They thought I was just here for a couple months. And that's another thing I want you to share is your story, share your journey, share your struggles. And that's why I'm doing a lot more behind the scenes, because everything is not a cakewalk in business every day. And even though I'm big on online automation and working smart, not hard, I'm big on not having to work like 12 hours per day on your business. Like, I'm not about that life. I was about it. I'm not about that life anymore. That being said, there are going to be days when you are going to have to put them hours in. There are going to be days you're going to have to put the work in. And so while I'm big on automation, that's like your monthly, that's the overlook. Like, you work 2 to 4 hours a day on your business. That's the monthly overlook, right? But then there are days when you're either going to be launching or you're going to be working on a product. So for instance, when I get back home from traveling, I'm going to have these 2 days that I put aside where I just lock myself in a room pretty much and I create something awesome. And there are days. Are you on Facebook? Yes. So I'm trying to figure out how you can find me on Facebook. If you go to my website, which is KhalidahKelman.com, there's a link at the top. I think it's pink. Last time I checked, it was pink. And you can join my group, and then you can add me from there. Like, that's the easiest way I can think of it. Or look for my name. Well, no, because I have 2 profiles. One of them I don't use anymore, and one that I'm on all the time. So that's the easiest way to find me. So what was I saying? So big impact. But I was off on a tangent. The point is, share your story, share behind the scenes, let people see what's going on. And one of the other things that really makes this so funny is that when you start to focus on other people, when you start to give away the house, when you start to like tell people everything, that's when you start to make more money. And there are a lot of people out there. Good afternoon, Giselle. How are ya? There are a lot of people out there who are scared to give away information, who are scared to give away the house. I'm trying to tell you something. When I gave literally everything away, like all the details, and I talk about this last week when I shared my 5-step workshop. I had like this boot camp. Gotta go, but gonna watch the replay. Awesome. Thank you, Giselle. Appreciate you. So, okay, have a great day, Joy. So, one of the things that I did was I did this boot camp, and it was like a free group coaching boot camp, which is now for sale. That's how good it is. And I gave it away for free to the people on my list and to the community because, well, honestly, at that point in time, I just want to give it away for free. And then I said, okay, why not offer some discovery calls? And that was how I was able to make, hey, Learn, Hear, and Do. What is your name? Learn, Hear, and Do. So I don't keep on calling you that. But what I did was I went out there, I gave that away for free, and Nadine. Awesome, got it. So, and that was how I was able to make the 5-figure week, like 5 figures in 6 days or something. And that's how you can do the same thing. Stop being afraid to put yourself out there and give away the house. At the end of the day, though, like, there's only so much you can give away for free. A lot of people ask me, you go on webinars and you teach people how to build a funnel. You go on webinars, you teach people how to do Facebook ads. Aren't you afraid they're just going to take that information and run? There are going to be people who take stuff for free, and that's fine, because the number one goal of any service-based business is to be of service. You got to remember that. If you're a coach, if you are out here to help, you have to be of service first. How do you overcome fear of failure? I'll answer that in 1 second. And then number 2, you want to make sure that your information is so darn epic and that you are so darn epic that it doesn't matter. You want to add value to yourself every single day. So when you're adding value, either by hiring a coach, by buying more products, by reading books, by going out there and being a part of a mastermind, whatever it is, you're always adding value to yourself. There's no way you can give away the house. Giselle just asked, how do I overcome fear of failure? I'm not going to fail. That's how I overcome it. I put it in my head, I'm not going to fail. Maybe I'll share my mindset practice with you one of these days. Next week, I'll do that. Share my mindset practice. And here's why. A lot of entrepreneurs out here, they forget that mindset holds hands with marketing, who holds hands with momentum. So mindset practices is something you need to get over fear of failure. And this is what you need to do. You need to develop a mindset strategy. The same way you're going to promote your business, you're going to promote your blog, you're going to promote whatever, you need to go out there and you need to have a strategy behind how you create your millionaire mindset. So if you look at Donald Trump, you look at Bill Gates, you look at any of these killer people, Oprah, awesome example. She is big on mindset and on personal development. You want to look and see. Yes, Nadine, mindset is everything. You want to realize that these people, they're building the mindset of a millionaire or a billionaire. It started with them believing that they were going to make it. And a lot of these people, it's so easy to get in your own way and psych yourself out. Oh my goodness, yes. And a lot of these people, they started by just believing that they were amazing. Look at millionaire mindset. Yes, I talk about that all the time. I want you to take a look, for example, at Beyonce, number one. Rihanna, if you watch any of their behind the scenes stuff, you're going to see that they believed from the get that they were going to be awesome, right? It was all about that mindset. And while it might be, you might think it's a little bit different because you're telling yourself, yes, you need to share your mindset stuff. Yes, I'm going to do that. I don't want to say Monday. Mondays are my days when I'm just a little slow. I'm just going to be honest. I don't like working on Mondays. But maybe Tuesday, I'll share that. Yes, believe that you can do it. So before you're going to make that 10K per month, 5K per month, your first 1K, you have to believe that you're going to do it. Like a perfect example is that before I started really killing it online, I had to believe in it. So Giselle, you have to really just work on your mindset. Maybe take a step back from your business, which is what I did. So remember I told you I went missing for like 8 weeks. I took a step back from my business and I focused on my mindset. And that's why a lot of people think that I just showed up. It's not that. It's that I knew what was important, and it was mindset and it was marketing. And I am a beast at marketing, but the mindset, I was not good at it. I'm like really good at it now because I invested in being good at it, and because I know how important it is to have the mindset of a millionaire. My health is getting in the way. So here's the deal. Maybe you need to focus on your business to help with your health. Like, for example, when I was living in Canada full time, I got sick every single month. Bronchitis, pneumonia. Well, my daughter got pneumonia. I got bronchitis like every month. Like, it was my best friend. They showed up on my doorstep because I wasn't accustomed to the weather. When I stopped focusing on being sick all the time and I started focusing on my business and on the positive, that's when stuff started to get better. You really want to focus on the person you want to become personally, and you're going to realize that a lot of things are going to get better. Not just your business and not just money, but this is just about you being the best version of yourself possible. So I don't know how this turned into a pep talk, but number 4 for me is I want to double my prices. So one of the things that I used to believe was that I really want to help a lot of people, and how am I going to help a lot of people if I'm charging too much? You want some book for mindset. Okay, let me write that down. I'm going to do a book scope today just for you. So book scope. So one of the things that I used to believe, and this all goes back to beliefs and mindset as well, is that if I want to help a lot of people, I gotta charge really cheap for my stuff. Wish I knew you were down here in Canada. Yeah, aren't you following me on Periscope? I even did my first scope in Canada was right in front of Tim Hortons. I'm back. You have Tony Robbins' book and a few other books. I've never read Tony Robbins, to be honest. But I guess he's pretty awesome. I mean, he's a big name. I will check him out, though. One of the things that I believed was that if I wanted to help a ton of people, was that I had to charge really cheap. And if you guys have been following me for a while, you know that I offer stuff really cheap. Then I offer stuff that is more high end, right? But as I've grown and as I've developed, I realized that, you know what? Number 1, you gotta own your expertise. Number 1. Number 2, you kind of have to realize who you like. If people want it, they'll afford it. They'll get it. Like, for me, working with my coach, if you looked at my bank statements when I first got started with her, you would never believe that I was going to be able to afford a 5-figure coach. I'm just saying. But I knew I wanted it, and I made it happen. And that made me realize that if you want it, you make it happen. So one of my goals is to double my prices because I really want to become more exclusive for my one-on-one clients. But that being said, if you attended one of my scopes earlier, I still want to be really easily accessible to a ton of people. And the way that you can do that is to work with more people, but I know the power of one-on-one, so still offer one-on-ones. So I'm going to double my mentorship prices at the end of September. That's my goal. I don't know if it's going to happen because, you know, us women, we got all these money blocks, and it takes a lot of mindset work to double prices, but that is my goal, is to double my prices. But at the same time, I'm still going to, because I like because I used to be like a full-time blogger. I like the blogger style way of doing things, offering digital products and offering smaller price things because it's just fun. It keeps business fresh. Like, if I had to work only like one-on-one with maybe 20 women or something and that's it, I would be bored. So that's why you guys see me offering a ton of stuff, is because I like to keep it fresh and I like to keep things accessible for other people. So just to run over what I want to accomplish is building my inner circle, getting book solid, so filling up all the spots open, doubling my prices, and having a bigger impact, like really putting myself out there, letting people know what's possible. Because sometimes people really do believe that people show up on the scene and they're just fabulous. And it seems that way with artists, you know, like Rihanna, Beyonce. But if you listen to their story, it took years. It took a lot of hard work. And I'm not promoting hard work because, you know, that's the opposite of what I do. But you don't just show up. You really have to build up to show up, if that makes sense. It kind of made sense in my mind. You let me know if that makes sense. So that is how I set my goals. I look at what I accomplished before, and then I come back and I try to evaluate where I want to go. And you also want to think about what do you want to accomplish in this given amount of time. So a lot of people do yearly goals and quarterly goals. I keep it super simple. You know, I love simplicity. I think simplicity is bliss. So I keep it super, super simple. And so what I do is I know that by December I have a big goal that I'm not going to share right now. But I have a big goal for December, and I know what I need to do to get there. But for September, that's what I'm focusing on. Just 4 things and they kind of all tie in together, so it keeps it super, super, super simple. So does anyone have any questions? I'm going to do that book scope for you. I'm going to tell you what I'm reading right now, what's on my Kindle right now, books I think that everyone should read. I'm gonna write it down too. I'm gonna share my my mindset stuff. But here's the deal. Here's what's really cool. I just released Get Consistent Clients, which is like one of my lower end products, and not just like I released it 2 weeks before. Do you only work with service-based businesses? It depends. So it depends. I would have to know what you're doing. I work with online female entrepreneurs. So if you have an online business, then I work with those kind of people. What was I saying? Right, I released Get Consistent Clients Live, which is the live version of the free bootcamp that I did. So you get that entire bootcamp, plus you get one-on-one access to me, and you also get access. This is my daughter. You also get access to 2 calls at the moment. I'm probably adding more, but the price point for it was killer. So it started off as $97 last week. But if you slept, you lost out on that price. And now it's $147 for 2 group coaching calls. And like I said, I'm thinking of adding another group coaching call. And you also get a ton of bonuses. And you also get one-on-one access to me at that price point. So as I said, nearly every month I offer a really affordable way for people to work with me. My daughter's like pulling on my chair and swinging. A really affordable way for people to work with me, because like I said, I like the high end and I like the affordable. So if you want to learn more about that, just head on over to my website and join my group. I'm going to be posting about it in the group in a second, because the price is going to be increasing, because like I said, the training is off the chain. This is like group coaching plus one-on-one coaching plus a ton of bonuses, like digital bonuses, all wrapped up into one. And yeah, I like to reward fast action, and that's why I'm gradually increasing the price, okay? So, guys, also, Day 4 and Day 5 of the challenge for this week is coming up. So Day 4, I wasn't able to do it. I was on a plane. And so I'm going to be talking all about my 3 favorite ways to market my business. So you get to learn those. And then the second thing I'm going to be talking about also is my favorite tools. I'm going to be doing those 2 scopes today, as well as the book scope that you asked me about. And I'm going to schedule that mindset scope as well. So if you aren't following, follow. If you haven't shared this, swipe up on Android and share. Swipe to the right on Apple products and share, so that other women can hear this stuff. And give me some hearts, y'all. Give me some hearts, because we want to get to 100,000. We want to get 100,000. So does anyone have any questions? You have any thing that you want to request, like any training you want to request? I have about 4 webinars coming up. So I have 2 webinars on webinars, how to get booked solid with webinars. You know, I am like all about webinars. Then the next training that's coming up is a lead pages training, because people hate lead pages, and I don't know why. It hurts my feelings. And there's another training I came up with today. I gotta map it out before I announce it, but I have a ton of training coming up. If you're not in the group, hop in the group. They're all free training, so there are no obligations at all but to register for it. Do you have any tips for coaches who are just starting out? Just do it, and don't be afraid to put yourself out there. There are a lot of people. How to get your first few clients. Yeah, you got to put yourself out there. Now, I know you have a really good blog and you have a good following on Twitter and stuff like that. The thing is like, you can't get your first few clients if people don't know that you exist or that you're offering services. So for me, I had a problem selling when I first got started. Like, I couldn't literally move my mouth and tell people, hey, I'm selling this product, or hey, hire me. I couldn't do it. So I wasn't getting clients and I wasn't getting products. So I would highly recommend figure out your sweet spot. Like, what's your sweet spot marketing strategy? So for me, I can't tell you my sweet spot right now because that's a scope coming up. So figure out, is it blogging? Is it videos? Like, what's your sweet spot? If you already know that you have a following somewhere, then focus on that as well. And then the other thing is to put it out there consistently. Like, not like every hour, but like maybe at least 2 or 3 times per day. And don't be afraid to use your email list. And if you don't have an email list, build your email list. So let me put that into something that made sense, because it seemed like a jumble in my head. the first thing I would do is to, number one, build your list. Build your list. Build your list. That's number one. Build your list. Number two, you want to start giving away consistent, high quality, high value, so people know you know what you're talking about. That's one thing I would do. If you aren't super confident in your services, go out there and give away a couple free sessions. And when I mean free sessions, don't go out there and like give away like a month of coaching. Do like a 30-minute coaching session or an hour-long coaching session, and give away the entire house. Give them the kitchen sink. Deliver as much value as you can in like that 30 minutes, that 60 minutes, so that they know that you know what you're talking about. And when you give away this value, make sure that you follow up with them, because they're probably going to want to continue working with you. Make sure you follow up with them, and once you follow up with them as well, make sure you get a testimonial. And if you look on my site, you see I don't have testimonials like that, because like once people see your value, testimonials aren't really that big a deal. But sometimes the testimonials are for you. It's to boost your confidence, because sometimes we don't feel like we're good enough. And what I did when I first started out was I kept a success book. So I have like hundreds of comments and things that people said, and it reminded me that I was good at what I do. And a lot of the time, getting your first few clients is just about being confident enough to put yourself out there consistently and let people know what it is that you have going on. And then the last thing that I would tell you is to be determined, be relentless, be consistent, and just kill it, like for real. And you're going to get your first few clients, but you got to be consistent, and you got to consistently put yourself out there with whatever marketing strategy that you come up with. So again, you got to market yourself. You got to let people know, hey, I am a coach. You're awesome. Thank you. You got to make sure that you put yourself out there consistently. You got to let people know, hey, I'm a coach. You got to let people know that you are amazing at what you do. And don't be afraid to give away too much, because it's kind of impossible if you are adding value to yourself every single day. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Maybe I'll even do a scope on this, because I think that this will be a good topic for people who are interested in becoming a coach, who are brand new, who would like this information. Okay, I'll write it down, because y'all know how my memory is. You guys know I gotta write everything down. Getting started as a coach. Okay, awesome. So, okay, I've been on here for a while. I like to keep my scopes short, but then I do long ones too, because you guys know I love to talk. So thank you so much for hanging out with me. If you're watching the replay, don't forget you can give hearts, you can share, and you can continue to be awesome as well. So thanks, guys, and stay consistent. Keep crushing it. And remember, your time is right now. Bye, guys.